You will find account currents mixed with other court records like inventories, dowries, guardianships, and other records. Account currents is a listing of the money spent by the individual, even when the person was alive, until the date listed at the end of the document. This video will show you how to find these records and show you a few examples. Only a few people have account currents. The people who do have these accounts usually have many financial transactions, some that need to still be cleared up after they have died. Alright, I want to show you how to find accounts current. I'm going to show you in Pennsylvania, Virginia, and not all counties have it listed as an account current, but I'm going to show you how to find it, and you can search in the counties that you're looking for to see if they have them. And we're going to search catalog. And we're going to type in Pennsylvania, start it out, there it is, change it to online, search. Okay, we go down to probate, there's 8 records, and here's account currents, inventories. So they're mixed with inventories, accounts current, there's also guardianship and division of accounts or estates. Alright, I'm going to choose this one right here. This is the one I'm actually looking at right now. And I want to show you here at the beginning, they have indexes, A, B, C, these are for the last name. And let me blow it up here. So for, it looks like either Joseph or James Austin, there's an account current right there. He also has an allotment. This one has an inventory and appraisement, I think. An allotment of dower, that's the wife getting property probably from a deceased husband or from her father. Inventory. Here's sales. There's guardian account. Let's see if we can, here's another one, account current right here. And there's an account, oh, that's an account sales, that's selling of the things in the inventory. Here's another account current. So what you want to do is look in the time frame of your relative, see if they're here, and see what's listed. See what kind of an account of their estate is in the books. Here is part of an account current for James Walker in Pennsylvania, Virginia. Let's look at some different parts of this account. At the top it says the estate of Colonel James Walker. Since he is given the title of Colonel, it appears that he served in the Revolutionary War. This is a hint to see if you can find military records for him. In account current, this tells you what type of account is being recorded. This next section on the left gives the dates of financial transactions. The middle section gives explanations of how money was used. In this section you will find some names of people he interacted with. It is common to find relatives in this section, but not always. Here are some of the people mentioned: P. Jackson, Cunningham, Alexander Shaw, Dr. Haynes, Murray, tax on land, and Reverend Alexander Gordon. Since he has tax on land, he owned land, so this is a hint to look for land records. One day when these court records are indexed, we will be able to find relatives in other people's account currents and sales records. This helps you document that the person was still alive and living in that area if they were listed in the account current. Or for the person that's deceased, it proves that they had died by that time. And the section on the right gives the amount used. In this case, it is in pounds. That's what the little L means. This is the end of the account current. They usually list the name of the deceased. In this case, it is James Walker. The administrator of the account is often listed and often is a relative. In this case, it is Thomas Gordon. I don't know who Thomas Gordon is, but James Walker has 2 daughters that I do not know their husbands. So he might be a son-in-law. Sometimes the administrator is a sibling or brother-in-law. Notice how administrator is abbreviated, ADM, with some superscripted letter at the end. The last thing you want to note is the date. This is not the date they died, but at least you know they died before this date, and often it is within a few months of the date. When looking for an account current record, watch for other records that might pertain to the person you're looking for. This is an inventory of the estate of Mrs. Catherine Walker, who was James Walker's wife. See the previous video on inventories to learn more about finding inventories and what you might find. Here's another inventory, which is an inventory of Susanna Walker, who was the daughter of James Walker. This tells us that she is now married to William McCraw. Notice how MC is written on the McCraw. It looks like a W connected to Craw. This is a division of the estate of James Walker. This will be discussed in a future video. The abbreviation for deceased is DEC with a superscripted D at the end, which means the person is deceased. This is an account current of John S. Mays. His account current is about 20 pages long. He owned a store, and there were pages and pages listing the sale of items and the listing of what people owed his account. Notice at the top it states, account current continues. That means that it is continuing from the page before. I found one of my relatives, Raleigh Thompson, in this account. Raleigh Thompson purchased the mansion house from Patsy Mays, John's wife. Only the person that is deceased is listed in the index in the front of the books. So finding your relatives in these court records is very challenging. This was just a lucky find for me. Here are a few things listed in this account current. See if you can read them. Knives and forks, handkerchief, walnut table, teapot, shoes, Bible, books, canister, socks, and a silver watch. Happy hunting!